But in what sort of context are we talking about Eye of the World? Are we just going over plot details, character development? What we just about the story in general?
It's so all I've really pictured for this is a fairly free-form conversation about the book. Um, we're gonna have to limit things to as far as Rangi is along, just so we don't ruin things for him, which is fine.
Yeah.
And after that,
Because
I
I
figured
do
we'd
have
probably
one
end up on a
question that I
free-form
think
chat
would
about
be
just
good
books.
for a point of conversation, if I may say.
Before we begin with that, Evan, where are you in the books?
He finished the first
Well,
one.
I finished the first one, but it was some time ago. I'm still trying to jog my memory on what exactly happened. Like, I have a pretty good idea, like what happened and what else we can talk about it, but I haven't read anything.
Evan, your
you're
mic
roboting
quality
pretty
just
hard.
died.
My ears.
My apologies. You guys can hear me.
We can hear you, but you're like roboting loud and you're fluctuating volume.
Sorry, I'm in a car real quick. I haven't put you guys on Bluetooth just yet.
Is there a push to talk setting here? That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it. I assume it's individual to everyone.
Right.
But yeah, that was a bad moment to choose to go live. We went live right during the roboting there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
As one does.
What are you gonna do? I suppose I should probably. Is Art giving us shit in YouTube? She is.
Mods, decapitate him.
There's no point. He'll end up being a bloody mod. Wait, where do I? There we go. I'm very bad at this. Oh no! I hear myself. I hate that.
Ugh. So Rangi is at Camelin, so for the sake of not spoiling him, we will limit the arguments to the discussion to everything before Camelin.
Which, to be fair, is more than enough time.
Oh,
or
yes.
more than enough content. Like this
It is still
book
weird to me
dead.
that you guys pronounce it like. Okay, hang on. So Rangi, does the way he pronounces it sound right to you?
I've heard Camelin.
Yeah, no, Camelin is the way I've always heard it in my head.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how the audiobook pronounces it.
We're going to have some beef when we start saying like Suain Sanche.
Oh yeah, pronunciation is going to be a thing in this. Like, it's going to be a recurring issue, but we'll get past it. It's all right.
I will die on the Suain Sanche hill, but to each their own.
It's shooing.
Ew.
It is though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Dick is probably the one of us who would know because a lot of these are very like kind of.
I'm not doing that. Like, we're not doing appeals to authority. I'm not playing that game. We're following.
No, I don't mean as appeal to authority. I'm just talking like it's very clearly based off sort of more that cultural like region, British Isles, Ireland, all that.
There are actually some names of places and people that are direct translations from Irish to English, which I was quite surprised by.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense if you look at the map. Like Ebo Dar sounds.
Well, I mean, there's also it is kind of funny to me. There is a lot of like shameless borrowing of like round table mythos.
Oh yeah, Hawkwing. Like, yeah.
I mean, Camelin is just Camelot.
Arthur Hawking is just King Arthur.
Yeah. It's been really amusing because my brain. There was another one that was like a clear name that stood out to me as that. I think it was what was her name? It's the Queen in Camelin.
Morgaze.
Yeah.
My goat.
She's a good girl.
If there are no Morghese fans, then I am dead.
Yeah, so I guess we can probably get started with, I think, with probably a good idea to get started with is maybe just general thoughts on the book itself, its kind of structure, stuff like that.
Yeah,
maybe?
and then like we can go into the prologues and stuff like that.
Where we are now, Rangi, I feel like the best way is if you kind of lead with your thoughts, and we can kind of go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's particularly interesting with the book itself and how it's structured. It, in a lot of ways, it's a very typical adventure fodder, and that's not to denounce it or at all, but it's very much like that kind of it. It very much feels like the start of an adventure from the beginning. You get the humble beginnings with of all of our main characters are. Well, most of our main characters are in the two rivers. You've got the three village boys, Perrin, Met, and Rand.
You can tie this pretty directly to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. That is what
in terms of the opening framing. Like, yeah, very much so.
But you could also tie it to a lot of stories. Like in general, it's a very standard beginning. Like,
well, it's Hero's
half
Journey.
the D&D games I've ever played have had this sort of setup of like, all right, we're a small village people.
Someone's doggo was saying hello.
Hello, not mine. Mine is snoring.
That's my doggo. I'm about to go say slurs at her.
That's okay.
Yo.
Let her talk. It's all right. They have opinions too.
See, mine is just napping in the background. I think he finds books boring.
She was saying bad stuff about Hopper.
I don't believe that for a second.
She was saying that she was here too strongly.
That I might believe.
But yeah. It's a very standard adventure, but it is very also kind of Tolkien-esque.
What do you think of the opening, Rangi? The Dragon Mount section.
I thought that was pretty interesting because you get this like tragic it's essentially a madman in a decayed like castle, almost gibbering to himself, and then basically the devil
not
shows up.
even almost, basically gibbering to himself.
Yeah, the devil shows up, gives him this like moment of lucidity, just enough for him to realize what he's done.
Yeah.
And then he just the grief alone just sends him into a spiral that I assume that's the shattering of the world, him raising the Dragon Mount.
That is
post breaking.
Oh,
okay.
No, it's basically immediately post breaking.
It is like maybe a few days.
Maybe,
yeah. Within a week of breaking, I would count as immediately.
That event is known as the. Oh God, Evan, it's still bad.
Yeah, it's not going to work while you're in the car.
I think
you probably shouldn't be in the car.
Get out of the car!
I'm out of the car. And also, adding on to someone's point about the book being very Tolkien-esque, I picked that up too when I first read over it.
We are getting
Evan, I
getting
like
every third syllable, bro.
Give me a sec.
No worries.
You are an ultimate clanker. So that event is known as the making of Dragon Mount. Which is still very significant. Not as significant as the sealing of the boar and the breaking of the world, but still very significant as it's the demise of the champion of the light.
It is that. There's more to it. There's more context that you'll get to.
Yeah, and not to spoil, but Dragonmount to me is still one of the most interesting chapters in this story. Like there is only like 2 other prologue chapters that really set themselves apart from this one, which is for being a book 1 prologue. It is incredibly
Gizo, a wind rises. It's not a beginning. Sorry, it's not the beginning, but it's a beginning.
I also think that this is the better prologue. Ravens is fine, but I think Dragonmount is much better with like. Oh, we lost Evan.
He'll be back. It's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably is so far one of my. I think it's one of the strongest prologue chapters ever, because not only does it establish just like the stakes of kind of the magic system of in this world, particularly for men using the power.
It also does a lot of world building that you don't
Yeah.
realize yet.
It carries a lot with a relationship between two characters who massively impact the story. And there is only like one prologue that I can think does like stuff better in terms of setting up a story, which is that for Game of Thrones. Weimar Royce's prologue is incredible. It like sets the tone of the story, and you get the White Walkers immediately. And it's a great prologue. And Dragonmount is like the only other prologue which I think comes close.
I still think it's one of the most, I guess, impactful is the best word. I still think it's one of the most impactful prologues I've ever read. Like it is stark, it is dark, it is immediate, and it does a lot to set up the world and the stakes.
It also sets up just how cruel our main antagonist is and how sinister he is. Yeah, he gives not only was he he wasn't satisfied with just essentially driving him insane, having him basically kill everybody he cares about and loves. He then gives him that moment of lucidity just to realize,
You have
understand
to
the
appreciate what you've done.
Yeah, you understand the horror of it. Understand it was him, and then just
even the framing of that was beautiful. It wasn't pettiness. It wasn't bitterness. It was actually like, I've always read it as almost like out of a sense of ennui. Like he wants him to understand how far he's fallen, not to punish him with it, but just so he actually knows.
It's just cruel.
It's like I need you to understand. Not I want you to suffer because of it, though you will. But like I need you to understand what you've done.
Yeah.
I always like that. Like there's a fascinating relationship between those two.
Yeah,
it also like establishes how Louis Farron Telemon, or the dragon, is not exactly like this messiah figure. Like we see throughout like this story how, oh hey, the dragon is the one who is going to like set the world free, but like being labeled as a false dragon is like, you know, you're basically no worse than a dark friend, and you're
no, you are probably
you're
the world. You will be
a dark
worse.
friend. Yeah, and you're a male channeler, and in most of the prophecy, you're set to
well,
the world.
that doesn't go without saying. Not every false dragon has been able to channel.
Yeah, it depends on the male channel. It depends on the dragon, but like your tames and Loganes.
But you have to remember. So, Lews Therin was the dragon. He was given that title. I'm being pretty careful to avoid spoilers here. Like I might touch on stuff, but it's nothing that could possibly impact anything. So, Lews Therin was called the dragon in his time. The end of the war. He was the what's the right word?
Yeah,
here?
I don't know how
he was the champion of the light then, but not in a sense that he was chosen by the light. Yeah. Whereas the Dragon Reborn is a very different kettle of fish.
Yes, which we will get into when...
Like, the dragon is a title that was bestowed. The Dragon Reborn is a destiny.
Achieved. Yes. And I will... When Rengi eventually gets to book 2, we will put up the Kandriaphon cycle.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm planning to do book 2 on a physical book because I think I'll get through it faster.
I highly recommend getting these in physical form. They're so good.
They
Don't get
really are.
the Amazon versions that I did. Get the old versions.
Just go to a secondhand bookstore or a thrift store. You'll pick them
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I'll probably go because I've been going out more anyway, so I'll probably see if I can find like a used bookstore near me.
But anyways, we see that the dragon and then the Hope of the Dragon Reborn isn't exactly all like, noble bright as a lot of like savior stories are cut out to be, because usually the savior, the hero, the messiah is meant to be like, mostly good. But then Louis Farron Telemon, he's the kinslayer.
You're conflating a little bit there again, I think. Like, Theron isn't the chosen savior. His successor to the title of dragon is the chosen savior.
Well, people.
So no,
when
hang
people
on 1 second. So he was given the name dragon in the War of Power in the same way that Forsaken were given their names. It's a title that becomes a name. Right?
Yes.
So the Dragon Reborn is not that. It is a destiny weighted by essentially God. Like you can't conflate Reborn and the dragon.
I think
in terms of a direct comparison. Like Louis Theron, he did all the things he did because he thought they were the best decisions he could make at the time.
Yes.
But none of it was destined to be, except in the grandest sense.
Well, oh God, we can't say that.
I know. I'm skirting the same line.
There's so many things we want to say that.
I know. Sorry, Rangi. There's a little verbal ice skating that has to be done here.
Yeah,
I
we're walking on so much thin ice because this is like the most like pivotal world building of the story.
That's it.
Dake,
dig the hole deeper. That helps.
Dake, I mean that in the sense of how like the common people of this world kind of view it. Like when they think of dragon or false dragon or even the dragon reborn in a sense, it isn't exactly a positive thing. It's like
far from a positive thing. Yeah, and it is a fascinating way to build a world that your prophesied hero is someone that you're absolutely in dread of.
But it's interesting too because at this point we don't know a lot about the Aes Sedai, but I've noticed that with the book too, where like the Aes Sedai are like treated in a very particular way. Like everyone. Majority of the characters we run into are basically like scared of the Aes Sedai or like fear mongering about them, or just don't trust them.
Well,
yeah.
Okay,
well, with pretty good reason for the don't trust part.
Yeah. Well, we already get enough of that with Tom, so I can, and then we get mentions of how they scheme when seeing Camelin, so I can already
actually
see
now
where
that I
this
think
is
about it, we're
going.
leaping far too far ahead.
So
yeah. No, I was just giving
Rangi.
examples. It seems like channelers in general are mistrusted.
How about
Rangi, who's your favorite character so far?
I really liked Tom so far.
Tom is fucking great. He's a great character.
Outside of that, probably it's Perrin and then Rand.
I can see that.
Base, he doesn't have a Gwen on the list. One of us.
I don't hate Gwen, but I feel like she doesn't have enough yet for me to really put her in.
It's still hard for me to hear that name because in my head, I know I've just managed to ignore the glossary the entire time. Don't get me wrong. I realize I'm the wrong one here, but in my head, I've always heard Egwene.
Egwene? I could see that.
I mean, people on Reddit meme her in the show as Eggy.
Oh no,
Funny
no,
as
no.
hell.
Okay, so Kizo, you made two mistakes right there, bro. Number one was you went anywhere near Reddit. Number two was you considered anyone regularly using Reddit a person.
True.
The Wheel of Time meme subreddit is actually amazing.
But counterpoint, they're Redditors and thus subhuman.
Yes, solid counterpoint.
They literally made the bot Louis Farron Telemon, and whenever he freaks out, he just starts reciting "Ileana, forgive me."
Okay,
It's
that's kind of
hilarious
funny.
as hell.
That
Yeah,
is-
it's
that is-
so funny.
That is kind of funny. Fair enough. I'll give that credit. But still, it's Reddit though. Like
Yeah,
you can polish a turd, but you know.
yeah,
Still a turd.
we'll spare him during the purge.
If
We'll
you guys
spare
think
them
you're
during
gonna
the
somehow
purge.
tempt me onto Reddit, forget it. It's not happening.
Yeah, we'll just put them in the mines.
I will say for book one, my favorites from the point you're at are probably Iron. You don't want the fade. Iron, I got dirt.
He's calling you out, Iron. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you got fake J's. As of this point, like my favorite characters were Rand, Perrin, and Elias.
Elias, that's weird.
I really, really like Elias, and
Oh no, I love him as a character, but it's Elias.
oh, I call him Elias.
Elias is really cool. He is my big thing is I don't know where they're going with him yet.
Yeah, I understand that. From where you are, he must seem like a very, very mysterious character.
The problem with, and I always kind of mistrust mysterious characters, not in the way they tend to want, as much as like I'm worried they're gonna make them much less interesting than they're set up to be.
Elias is a very cool character. I will say this story does a very good job with making characters who have like very obscured pasts having very, very cool pasts.
Wait, okay, hang on. If you're a Camelin, has the group split at all yet?
Yes, if you're at Camelin, Shadow.
Yeah, the group is split. So right now we have the 3 groups we have, or the 4 groups we have. Is
Yeah, okay. So you've got Elias, Perrin, and Egwene. You've got
3. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, you said it.
It's 4 because I'm expecting Tom to be alive. So.
Yeah, this is after the Eyeless attacked them at Four Kings, or was it White Bridge?
It was White Bridge, and then they went into Four Kings after that, and they encounter another.
Yeah, so it's currently Rand and Matt alone right now in Camelin, because I don't know where you are in Camelin. I'm just going to.
I said
he's just had the loyal scene.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Matt Lawile and Rand, then Tom somewhere, Nynaeve, Lan, and Moraine, and then Egwene, Elias, and Perrin.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, of the so the problem is the 3 perspectives we're getting. I feel like Nynaeve isn't like. It's very substantial, but it feels like they have the least going on right now.
She is kind of.
I can understand that.
Too. It's like she comes in midway through the book, and then it's like book 2 material where she starts kicking off.
I figured that. I assumed that because now they've already very clearly set up that you've got a thing for Lan.
Oh, she has an amazing scene with Lan.
She does indeed have a thing for Lan, yes.
Yeah, like even this early, I've already like picked up like it'd be like her being like, yeah, she tried to restrain a blush, and I'm like, I see what you're doing here.
Possibly
Well,
one of my favorite romances of all
pretty good.
time.
It's pretty good.
But yeah,
It's pretty damn good.
going back into the main narrative, since we it seems like Evan's hasn't appeared back yet. I don't think he's in the back room.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm watching it.
All right. So then, since we went for Dragon Mount, then Ravens. I very much. I think this is okay. I'm not much of a fan of young Egwene.
Why?
I think she's very snobby, especially especially when it comes to her sisters. It appears she has a superiority complex. I think it sets up the character great for especially later actions.
I don't mind that though. I don't have to find a character likable to find them
Yeah,
interesting.
it has good world building, and I also think it sets up the
with Ray,
it
but I'm
sets,
also not sure that I agree with the concept. I don't think there's anything. I don't think I would say there's anything particularly snobby about her. There is. I guess you could say there's an element of expectation for her in the Two Rivers. Like, she very much expects to be the next apprentice to the Wisdom.
Yeah.
But
She's basically in line to be like. She's basically in line to be the next person, essentially and unofficially in charge of the village.
Yes.
Basically, yeah. And that's not an unreasonable expectation.
Along with this, I think it's good world building setup with not only the Two Rivers. We get it's kind of similar to Concerning Hobbits. Like we get the
I can see that.
Yeah, like we see, oh hey, this is how the economy works. This is like what we do. This is what we sell.
This is how they work interpersonally. This is the people that are kind of
you even get gossip about what's happening in the world and stuff like that.
Rather than from Bilbo's perspective, where it's much more in depth, it's from a child's perspective. So like we get like other children, like commentary on other children or other families who like the Congers and others, while like. We also get stuff on the Dark One through the Ravens, which is like a major aspect of this series.
One of the most beautiful parts of the Wheel of Time is everything. Absolutely everything. Almost no matter how inconsequential it seems at the time, contributes very much to a broader understanding of how the world works.
Yes.
Like there's no part of those books that you can kind of gloss over or skim over, because at any time you are potentially missing something that will have a great impact later on.
But the good thing about that is that will in turn make them more rereadable, because a lot of this.
Oh, it does.
It's interesting, right? Because when I first went over this part, this is the part where I was a little less engaged in. But now that I've gotten a lot more invested in the characters and world, and once I start collecting the series physically, I'm wondering if I'm going to notice a lot more stuff than what I saw.
I reread this book, and especially I reread The Great Hunt twice after I finished The Dragon Reborn, because I was like, man, I didn't notice a lot of stuff. It's nice when author has a bunch of stuff that you don't really appreciate till later.
Jordan will fulfill that. The man was very, very talented.
And honestly, I don't think he handed off his series to a bad person to do it. Sanderson is...
Well, it was his wife, right?
Wait, did he hand it off to his wife? I thought Sanderson finished it. Oh,
Well,
no,
no.
the wife handed it off.
His wife and editor chose Brandon to do it.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, I'm a big fan of Mistborn, and there's a lot of world
I
building.
will say this, Rangi. No, this is not a spoiler. I just want to temper your expectations. What you're used to from Sanderson is not what you will get in him writing Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like him
earlier
writing.
in his career. Or
I'm pretty sure at the very least Mistborn 1 was out at that point. I'm not sure about the rest.
Mistborn 1 is kind of as much as I love Mistborn Book 1, it is the worst of the series.
Also,
probably.
like, it is Jordan's series, and Sanderson didn't exactly, like, he's finishing up, and he had to divide A Memory of Light.
I still maintain, and I will die on this hill, and I say it purely out of my own instinct and experience, but I swear blind, and I will always swear blind, that 5, 6, and 7 were at least partially ghostwritten. And I think I can name 2 of the authors who did them. Maybe even 3.
We will have to talk about that later for Fires of Heaven, because I'm curious. Because I can definitely notice some prose shifts with Fires, especially with...
I will say the names now because there's no possible spoiler in that. I have always thought, and I will fucking die on this hill, boys, I swear I will. David Gemmell, Terry Brooks, and Raymond E. Feist were heavily influencing those 3 books in particular. If they didn't write part of them. Because there is definite parts of their styles in there, and I know all of those authors. I'm not going to lie, I know them very, very well. Not personally, just I know their work.
I can't wait to talk about Fires. I'm so excited to talk about that book.
Oh, definitely. We have we'll have to talk more about that though, and what we're doing in
Evan's
the future
back.
later.
Shit, sorry, bro. You should have pinged me.
Evan just stuck in the corner.
Hello, I have returned.
No, it's okay. He
Evan
couldn't have been in there more than
chair.
2 or 3 minutes. I looked at the screen only a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, Evan.
Now,
sorry,
the points I wanted to get to earlier, and I do not care if we move past these topics. One, when I first read the Eye of the World, I immediately thought it was just some Tolkien fan fiction.
I can see where you're coming from.
And 2, I think the Tolkien
fan fiction is pretty strong
of the book kind of makes it a little weird. It's sort of in a weird sort of way because, in one hand, it both kind of emulated the style, but it also kind of subverted to it a little bit as I went past continue reading within the book. I will say, oh, and Gizzo, I am not a clanker. I am a lizard. And you, sir, are a mere toothless worm.
I don't think that
who reproduces
Wheel of Time
asexually.
emulates Lord of the Rings in any way. I mean,
I think
other than basic fantasy framework, I suppose, but even that's not emulating.
I can see where he's kind of coming from because I kind of have that same perspective going into the story, which I shifted.
I guess you could draw a parallel between Gandalf and Moiraine.
Yeah, and also the 2 rivers is kind of just Discount Shire.
Yeah, I guess.
If you think about it,
I do see that, but it is also like basic fantasy beginning of hero's journey. There's always a bucolic village. There's always a call to action.
If you think about it from like a newcomer's perspective, right? We're in like this isolated like farmland area where like everybody is peaceful and kumbaya.
I don't disagree with the comparisons. I disagree with the identification of it as copying.
Like I kind of like just thought that it was kind of Tolkien-esque until Great Hunt.
By that logic, was Tolkien not just copying C.S. Lewis?
I think they were friends, but I don't know which.
They were friends.
Brett. doing it for. But
It's kind of weird to think about.
I always say Humble Beginnings is not like an original like idea. You can go back to like
Gilgamesh. It goes back to
Yes.
Gilgamesh.
yeah, it goes back to Gilgamesh.
It literally goes back to the oldest story that we know of on the fucking planet.
Cite the Gilgamesh. But
I can't believe
another thing
Noob
is,
isn't here for this. He would be leaping at the fucking microphone right
could,
now. He would be
you could, like,
clawing at the
also
wall
Oh,
trying to
believe
stop
me,
it.
he's gonna. There's more than likely we're gonna have Noob on for one of the book clubs. Because
Noob,
he's
I know
big
you're not
reader.
here right now, and I know you're probably not going to listen to this, but just if you do, this moment right here, this is for you, buddy.
It will
like, you could
change your life
also
forever.
you could also say like the Congars and stuff could be like going from like Evan's mindset of like, you know, you're new to the story. Oh hey, the Congars are the Tukes.
Yeah, but I mean, we're
Cam
talking about
is
literally
Cam is
archetypal
Bilbo.
stuff, though.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
this is basic fantasy world building.
And then like, but when you're actually reading into it, I feel like that mythos is kind of just dispelled as soon as like Tam goes into his memory sequence.
I feel like as soon as anything action wise happens, it's immediately dispelled. Like Rand is no Frodo.
Yeah, and like as soon as we
Perrin and Matt are no, I suppose, Merry and Pippin.
yeah, they are
Like
no
there's
side bitch.
the parallels like it is basic fantasy world building. The parallels disappear immediately.
And then like Tam
Also,
isn't even like a
is Gandalf
Bilbo.
more Tom or more Moraine?
Yeah. Like I would say Tom is more like Bilbo, but Littlefinger. Oh wait, fuck.
Well, I don't know. I suppose I can see him kind of Gandalf-y in the sense that like he brings gossip of the outside world. He brings fireworks and stories and wonders that they don't usually see. Like it's a festival thing. So that is a direct parallel. Fair enough. Moraine more so with the secret knowledge stuff. Rangi.
He said he was going AFK temporarily.
Oh, okay. Evan, do you remember the early chapters well enough for that one?
Yeah, just a tad bit.
So, do you think? I guess my question is: do you really think it's essentially stealing from Lord of the Rings, or do you think they're just standard tropes?
Well, I think in one hand, you could make the argument that it was like, heavily based off Lord of the Rings, but I do think at this point it feels pretty archetypal at this point. Because literally, if you're going to sit down and write a fantasy story from scratch, you're obviously going to look for inspirations. And when you have like big properties and titles like The Lord of the Rings or any works of Tolkien just sitting there in front of you, of course, you're going to flip through the world that Tolkien created a little bit and see what you could borrow from your world, but also find a way to.
Man, I'm not going to lie. I've got a couple of things. I've got a couple of things in my drafts folder that very heavily draw on almost everything I've read over the years, but it's in well, I'd like to think it's in like subtle or homage ways rather
like a
than
tribute, really.
blatant. Yeah, like it's I'm not doing a
we
Mel
think
Brooks
that
fucking
it's-
parody when I
Yeah, we think that rather than like stealing or parody, it's like homage or stuff like that. A love letter.
I actually feel bad for Jam here because the best example I can think of is actually the books he has me reading at the moment, the Red Rising ones. I said it, Jam. I said it. There it is.
He's rising it. He's rising it.
But no, I've
getting
said
his
this.
Death Note ready.
I've said this to him over the last week or so. Pierce Brown, the author of those, like that guy's read a lot of the same stuff I've read. I can see the influences. I can see the little references,
Yeah,
the very oblique ones and the less oblique ones, and then there's the
like,
somewhat overt ones. You can do little fan service references like that and do it well without it being, shall we say, cribbing.
Sorry about that.
Like I would say, Pierce Brown, Red Rising, in a way, is an homage to Dune in a lot of the sense, and Wheel of Time.
Dune, Ender's Game,
Yeah,
a lot of Terry Brooks, which I get
and
now because it
Wheel of
turns out he's
Time
his fucking mentor.
is Wheel of Time. I would say is a lot of like Vance, Tolkien, Lewis, and a lot of frankly new stuff. That
I always saw it as a much grander Lewis.
yeah,
It's funny because when you talk about, I assume we're still going on with the idea of like the beginning being kind of a Tolkien ripoff. A good friend of mine always said a specific phrase that I do actually believe is true. Originality is just about hiding your sources.
That has been true for thousands of years, and it will be
Yeah.
true forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
That
can't
sounds
argue
about
with
right.
Ever since Og bashed Grug in the head and told the first story about Grug totally being deserving it.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, everyone draws inspiration from what they know. It is what it is. Like it's a fact that we just have to live with.
listen,
I
he
don't think
stole
we
his.
should shoot anything
He
for that.
stole the
The
kill.
question is doing it well.
He teabagged him. Okay, he deserved it.
I actually have. We're kind of free roaming at this point, but I have a good example for this. Chris Pellini with Aragon, the first book.
I remember the Aragon books.
Okay, no, good. No, that's good. That means there's someone else to argue with me if you think I'm wrong. So Aragon Book 1 is essentially A New Hope with parts of Empire.
Kind of, yeah.
It's reskinned into magic and dragons and fucking fire swords, but it is like plot point for plot point, it is almost fucking identical. Like
as far as
Brom is
structure,
Obi-Wan.
yeah. Well, even that you have like
Brom is Obi-Wan, Saphira is the Force, the sword, like Zarok is the lightsaber.
Yep.
Like it continues. Like it just keeps continuing. The only difference really is that Ronan would be like, I guess, a familial version of Wedge, I suppose.
Oh,
Those
funny
names
enough, I
sound
can bring
strange
this
as hell.
back into Wheel of Time and back into Eye of the World specifically because
But hang on, let me finish there for 1 second because I did have a point I was driving towards. My point is Pellini, that book, in fairness, he started writing that at 13. He was published with it at 15, I think. And say what you will about the first book in Aragon, the rest of the series got progressively better. That dude can write. Like, he started young and it was derivative, but he got a lot better.
Actually, I should probably just say this quick. Are we on the we're using Streamlabs right now? Are we on one of the paid plans free trials, or are we on the free mode? Because I think that only allows 2 hours of.
We're on free mode, but I never really thought we'd get past 2 hours on the initial one. So this is,
I'm just letting you know because we're 43 minutes in and we haven't gotten out of the 2 rivers.
I know, I can see the time. It's all right.
By the way, Dake, if you could possibly put like the map as the background, I feel like that would be a good idea.
That would actually be a good idea for like a visual thing.
I am very willing to do so. I am just trying to figure out as we talk how to do that.
So while Dick is doing that, let's talk about the first chapter because we talked about Dragonmount and Ravens. So let's talk about Empty Roads. And to begin
I'm not going to know them by chapter names.
But I want to address this because we get like possibly the most important phrase in these books, which is the wheel of time turns, and as ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten. When the age that gave birth comes again, which basically is like the opening to every book.
Yeah, well, that it's interesting too because you can apply that to so many. You can apply that to civilizations, right? Look how much we romanticize Rome as a good example. Like,
I do not romanticize Rome. I respect our forebears.
Well, yeah, I'm talking civilizationally, not even necessarily like And before that, you do have like there is some romanticization of like the British Empire, and you do have, or I mean, after that, you have like some
Careful,
romanticization.
Rangi. Touchy subject with an Irish.
I said that's why I'm saying there are people who do so, not everybody, obviously. I mean, hey, I'm an American. At the end of the day, we broke off with those fucks in 1770.
Lord save us.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. It only took us 900 years. It's fine.
And
It's a
basically,
skill
we
issue.
get introduced to
Fuck you.
Rand and Best Dad.
But yeah, like
Where
basically,
the fuck
like
is this background gone? What the fuck is happening?
basically, powerful civilizations get like lionized, and from there they do become kind of people like idealize and mythicize them outside of the truth, and then it gets mythicized further as time goes on. Because you can also go back to the Greeks with the Spartans, the Athenians, all of that, and like
Spartans are possibly the best example.
yeah, and you can probably go to like a lot of the ancient Chinese dynasties. I think you have the same problem, from what I understand, with China or Japan or like
Just any Southeast Asian country.
well, I think in any like country that fancied themselves like a major force in the world, really. Like the Napoleonic era is definitely there's a romanticization of Napoleon, definitely as like a great general. Nothing
Napoleon wasn't a great. Well, Napoleon was a great general, but he was a better leader than he was a general.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, you just have you
I
have
know
this
a
sort of
lot
effect,
about that era. I'm not gonna lie.
and that's something I really like about that quote with Wheel of Time. It's you can apply it to several things, and especially civilization. You can apply it to civilizations. You can apply it to Arthur or Arthur.
Oh shit! Did that work? I think it worked. Wait, no, that's my
You
background.
have it.
I was gonna say no.
Why is
That's
it
your
my background? God damn it! StreamYards, why are you doing this to me?
You see, this is a funny thing. I
StreamYards.
know how to do it in OBS, but I don't know how to do it in
You
StreamYard.
turned
So
her
when we do
I
against
thought I
OBS,
did.
OBS,
I thought I had it there, and it turns out now it's the background for my. Okay, fine. Do you know what? You know what? StreamYards, you win. You win. All right. You win. I will instead do this. That didn't work. That didn't work either. What the hell? Oh my god! Why does this thing hate me so much? Fine, I will do that.
There we go.
It's backwards. Why is it? I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't care. It's backwards. Learn to live with it.
What, the map or?
Yes, the map.
Yo,
No, it
and or
isn't.
mention in the map.
Tarvalon is in the right place. Valdara is in the right place. Yeah, it's as the map should be. You just can't see Tyr, which we don't need to see Tyr.
I was
Why
gonna
did
say
they
I
not
don't think
come up
Tyr
as the
comes up in
background?
this book.
I don't
at
understand
least.
what
Well,
happened.
it's mentioned in this book, but I don't think it is it a location they go to. I don't think so. I think.
Oh, I think I have it. Hang on.
That
hang
is
on.
a
I
list
have it.
spoilers for book 3.
No, there. I don't want. No.
Oh no, we can see Tyr. I can see Tyr on the. Well, I can see it on the.
Yeah, but
Streamlabs.
basically the map is good.
Guys,
Yeah, I like the idea of putting.
We
up
needed
the
more
map.
practice at this before we went live. I'm not gonna lie.
Random.
Oh
We're
yeah,
sucking.
definitely.
We're sucking at this really bad.
Oh come on! Everyone has
You
some
see,
hiccups.
this is why we should have invited Unity, because Unity knows how to work StreamYards.
That does come with the price of having.
I will
Unity.
say a backseater.
He will inevitably kill us all.
For his streams recently, and I do have a good idea on how to exactly work it.
Dake. Actually, wait, you're right. There's too many thick women in this franchise. Jordan writes too many hot women.
I was going to say, when did I say there are too many thick women in Wheel of Time? I'm pretty sure I've never said that.
No, I'm saying in context of Unity's going to explode.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
no. Can you imagine? Between the gooning and telling people to kill themselves, like, he won't survive it.
I do kind of like too that the first like beginning part after you get the encounter with the what do they call them? Morgels?
Myrddraal.
Like Mordrell.
Midro.
Yeah.
If you have a
I
hard
tend to
time
remember
pronouncing
really
it,
weird details and then not remember anything else.
if you have a hard time pronouncing it, just call them eyeless. They have no eyes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think the idea is it's supposed to be a Mordrell he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, say that again?
Was it a Mordrell or a Fade? I haven't figured out.
A Fade and
Fades-
Myrddraal, they're the same thing.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. All right, yeah. It's implied to be a Mordrell that you saw that spooks Rand, and then you get a trip into town to like, and I liked that too because it gives us this chance to like organically meet all of our like main characters.
Yes, and by the
So-
way, that was 100% Midro.
Yeah, it was. That's what I was going to say. You are well past the point where you have enough confirmation to know that it was.
Yeah.
You're at the not at. You're past the point where Matt, Perrin, and Rand have all compared notes. They've all seen it.
Yeah. That they did.
Right? There's
compare
no
notes and they've
question.
all
It
seen
was a Myrddraal, definitely.
It
They
is,
don't realize that yet, but it is.
It is interesting to me too that Matt, Perrin, and Rand are all being like kind of selected for in this way because I get the idea why Perrin is, and I've already had it spoiled to me why Rand is. I'm
When
kind of
you say
wondering why
spoiled,
Matt
what do you
is.
mean? Just so
I
we're all on the same page.
Rand is supposed to be the Dragon Reborn.
Okay,
Ah,
well, I mean, that's not going to stay a spoiler for very long. So, okay.
well,
It
wait,
sucks, but fair enough.
didn't Moraine mention the Taverin thing?
Yes, she did.
So
In an aside in the
reason-
Two Rivers, and then again in Berlon, talking to Ran. No,
yes.
talking to Lan. I think.
So, Rengi, the reason that all the boys are targeted is because the three are Taverin. And being a Taverin means that basically you are like an art, like, you are a legendary figure. You are like Beowulf. Like, you have the potential to be like King Arthur and like can wage incredible war against the Shadow. So basically,
No, this
the
does
Dark
sound
One-
familiar. I think I'd forgotten about it.
yeah. So basically, being Taverin means that hey, either A, you can be an ally to the light and really mess up the Dark One, or B, you can fall to the Dark One and like possibly become Shine Eye Belts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the idea that they are Taverin is why the Dark One is targeting them. Okay.
Yes.
Which kind of makes sense. I do like that Wheel of Time has its own built-in main character.
So yeah, if plot armor comes up, by the way, it is literally because Taverin and they can manipulate the pattern. That is the excuse.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And then Nynaeve and Egwene kind of also are like female Taverin in a way, but are not Taverin in a way. They're just stupidly OP.
Gizo, you, me, and Jam one of these days are gonna have a very quiet chat in voice about Taverin, because I have a theory about them that I can't say now.
I am very interested
And why
to
is
hear
that?
about that because I love Taverin.
It
And, like, the
would
concept.
potentially be very spoilery if the guys were to agree that I was right.
I think no matter what, it would be spoilery to Rengi and
Yeah,
stuff because
yeah.
we
Actually, no. Yeah, it definitely would, because there's a
we
couple
would
of other
have
names
to
that would
talk
have to come
about
up.
we would have to talk about the nature of Matt.
Well,
And
we're
they don't know
also
anything
going.
about Matt.
We are also going to inevitably have to do a hate stream of the Amazon Wheel of Time series.
No.
No. Veto.
Rengi, me, Selev, and Jam already tried watching it. We quit after the first episode.
I refuse on moral grounds.
We
Damn.
quit after the first
I
episode.
do refuse on moral grounds. I swear to God, I do. They character assassinate Perrin before the first 2 episodes are over. I know that. I
No,
haven't even
they
seen it
character.
yet.
Not even the first episode is over.
And it gets worse than that. Do you, Gizo? This
We
might
gotta
make me sound
talk
like an
about that.
asshole, but I don't care. Gizo, do you remember what they were going to do with the ale?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to tell the group, or will I tell the group? Because
So
the ale, I
do you
will
want me to
flesh it out. I will give the description, and then you tell them what they were going to do. How's that sound?
yes.
Okay. So it is no spoiler to either of you. Actually, it's no consequential spoiler to either of you to say that the ale are always described as basically the same way. They are, with very few exceptions, pretty fucking tall, like much taller than average. They are also almost all blonde and or redhead.
I thought you like that.
Oh, I do. I'm Irish. I'm very much a fan of that.
They are also white.
I mean, blonde and redhead kind of
Yeah.
gives that away already.
Well, to be Captain Obvious.
I didn't. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I literally didn't think that needed to be said. But okay.
To be fair, I know certain authors who make their characters natural blue hair.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Shad. We'll be here all night.
I wasn't gonna say his name.
I'm gonna let Gizo take. No, I'm happy to shit on Shad.
Now,
I don't give a shit. I'm fine with that.
The show was going to make the ale basically Arabs and or African Americans or Africans.
Yes. This entire race of tall, ginger, white people.
Which, granted, would make sense with where they live, but...
Well, I mean...
They live in a desert.
No, they don't. They live in a really harsh prairie. I don't know why people don't understand the difference. If they live in a desert, they
that is a difference. That is.
I mean, some parts of it are just a desert.
No,
though.
dude. When I say it, like I'm not saying this as a semantic difference. There is a literal, like Rangi knows what I mean. There is a literal difference between these two terrains. One is much more survivable than the other. The Waste is a shithole. It's a really, really terrible place, but they know how to live there, and the others don't.
Okay,
that's
but
the only thing that makes it really
would
bad.
Would you agree that one specific area, though, is definitely a desert?
Yes, I would, but I'm saying basically don't picture the entire place as Death Valley or the Sahara, because that is misleading, and it's not what you're supposed to be seeing.
And also that them making that decision also kind of really messes up a major plot point.
We have to stay away from that. So let's get back to Rangi or Evan stating things or asking questions, because otherwise we might veer into risky territory.
So yeah, I believe what we've basically got into so far is just the meetup between Matt Perrin and Rand. They all confirmed they saw the Murdral. They all saw this strange, creepy figure, and then we also get news of, oh hey, there's these visitors to the town, which small town that would be interesting.
Oh, not even small town. Like the Two Rivers is particularly isolated.
Yeah,
Emmons Field is big. It's just isolated.
Yeah,
that's what I gathered.
That's the impression I got. impression I got is Emmons Field is like, it's not like tiny village, but it is like small. It is like, it's small-ish town, you know?
Did it ever, has it ever been stated in the book just how big or small this particular
in the later books, you do get an in-depth, like, figure of, like, how much Terrence Ferry, Devon Ride,
Yeah,
and
you
Emmons
do,
Field,
and so
like, can
I
field
just always
and man.
assumed it was like an average early settlement in the New World kind of size. Like,
just
not
I'm still gonna try to avoid spoilers, but just so
Yeah.
I'm clear what we're talking about, are we talking about geographical area or are we talking about like
Yeah.
population?
Okay, wait.
just
So
general town size.
the two rivers feels like it's a province, and
Okay.
Emmons Field is the village or the
The
town.
two, well, that's true. Yeah, no, it is like it is a province, and Emmons Field is just one of the villages therein.
It's just
Yeah.
One of the four bigger ones.
yeah. Emmons Field is the biggest out of all of the villages in
No,
the
it's
area.
not. No, it's not. It's the second
Wait, it
biggest.
isn't. Is it Terrence Ferry that's the
Terran Ferry.
biggest?
Oh no, sorry, Devon Ride.
Ah, and the Two Rivers is a province, which you'll see
It's a
soon.
province without being called a province, but yes,
It's a province in all but name. It's like they
literally
share
in
part
all
of the
but name.
kingdom.
Yeah.
So province is just being thrown around as a general term.
It's like, okay, so you know how like Kosovo is technically a part of Serbia or something?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay, gotcha.
There hasn't been like a tax collector coming to the Two Rivers in like 80 years.
More.
Oh yeah, more. But like it's been a while since the IRS has
80 plus years. Let's settle with that.
It's not plot heavy for me to say that. It's fine.
Yeah.
It makes no difference. But no, like they genuinely don't know that they are part of a different nation. Any nation, like they don't know. It's been that long that they have no concept.
It's sort of like a Song of Ice and Fire kind of logic. Like most of the characters, they're just familiar with the lands they're in. They just don't know where they are geographically. As far as they know, they could be on the other side of the globe.
You could even go more directly than that. You could I guess you could say the North if they just straight up had no contact with the rest of the world other than vaguely knowing it existed.
Well, it would be like if you've read Dance, it's like being in like the mountain tribes, because those are like the most isolated areas of the planet, and nobody, not even the Starks, have been up there. It's like that deserted, which is more apt because like
Yeah,
at
I think that
least-
tracks.
at least throughout most of the story, like, you know, oh, hey, I'm like near Harrenhal, I'm in Wentland, or I'm in the Vale, I'm like part of the Erie, etc. Like, this is just, we are hundreds, if not like thousands of miles away from any type of central government.
Hundreds at least, yeah, definitely.
Well,
Yeah,
outside of
that
like
tracks.
the village councils and stuff, like, have White Cloaks even come to the Two Rivers?
No. They are aware that they exist, but they're like
They're just not fucked.
yeah.
The two rivers is the province of nothing happens o'clock.
Pretty much.
Until
But there is
something
good
happens.
there is good reason for that. Like geography plays a huge part in that.
I'm kind of trying to see if I can find the Two Rivers on this map now.
You
Is
can. It's
covered
reversed on
by-
my screen, so I'm trying to read it fucking
It is
back.
kind of covered by Dake's avatar.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah,
If someone can tell me how to make this the background rather than my background, I will be happy.
I don't
to
know it
change
on Streamlabs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it on OBS. It's really easy.
Well, we're not using OBS,
Yeah.
Frankie, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're getting through this whole
If
book.
you were to pull
screen.
it up on a separate screen, you could. God damn it! I need to pull up the book. Hold on. Page flip. But like we basically see our like characters are in this like desert, like kind of like smaller place. So it is covered by
I thought he was
by
going to help
the
me get the picture working there.
it is covered by the smaller end of of the circle by the lakes.
I have a question, Jake. Wait, I have a question. Are you able to? Can you send me that file?
Yes, I should be able to. Hang on.
All right. How to present green.
Like it is evident of like how kind of small the two rivers are because they literally like get hyped
Yeah, there it is.
because Tom is in town.
Yeah. Well, now that you have like what do they call it? The name of the festival? It's like a major like village
It's
festival.
Beltane, which
Beltane. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Beltane
Beltane.
is like a yearly festival.
It's
but, like,
basically Halloween for them.
It's like Halloween, Christmas. It comes across as just traditional festival. Yeah, traditional kind of like
It's
fall
the harvest.
/winter.
It's no, guys, you're overthinking this. It's the harvest festival. It is Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while it is annual, only like sometimes like the Gleeman comes and
Oh yeah, it's
then,
a treat when a Glayman turns up.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then,
I think Rand specifically states that the last time a Gleeman came, he implies it was like when he was super young.
Yeah.
Yeah, years before.
And then they also find out that a peddler is coming, and peddlers are basically like
less rare, but still rare.
Yeah. Peddlers kind of they're just like storymen.
Well, trader, tinker,
Yeah.
storyteller.
Basically kind of similar to like Gandalf showing up at Bilbo's birthday with all of his stuff. That's
kind of
like
like a town crier as well, though. Like they do definitely relay gossip and news. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, they're also like the Two Rivers like main contact of like, oh hey, this is happening in the world.
Yeah, and this is important because we get some of the like the state of the world sort of info here.
Yeah, like we see, oh hey, a dragon reborn has shown up in is it Geldan? Is that how you spell
Gildan.
it? I've always like spelled it like as Geldan and then Gehenna for some reason.
For me, it's always been Gildan and Johanna. But close enough.
And basically, like the.
Oh, I think I might have figured it out. Hang on.
The Gleeman.
Well, I just put a thing in the queue.
All right.
Did that work?
We can get our avatars back on the screen too.
Hey, don't ask for too much, all right?
I was gonna say, look, we have an old man piloting this. I'm surprised he got fucking StreamYards working at all.
You are assuming that we would call this working.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. That's not better. I noticed none of you fucking young bucks are presenting me with solutions.
I never used this app.
I don't.
Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
I use OBS.
How does what?
I see it on the screen.
I see it too. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell do I make it the actual background.
And
like that. Did that work?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Excellent. Okay, map is working.
Okay, Dake, you're gonna call me a fake fan for a second. Is the peddler
I'm probably
Fane?
not.
Is the peddler Fane or is the Peddler Tom.
Fine. Thomas Lehman.
No, Tom is the Gleeman.
Basically, the peddler and the gleeman start like sharing the news, and they say, "Oh, hey, there's a dragon in Geldane that's very, very dangerous." And there's a bunch more dragons popping up, but the Aes Sedai and the
Oh, there we go.
and the White Cloaks, along with the armies of Andor, are going to deal with them because the forces of light. Which, yippee.
Not to interrupt too much, but can you guys see the full screen map the way I have it now?
Yes.
But like, can you read it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I can see it at least on the StreamYards. Let me skip to live on the stream.
I guarantee the YouTube isn't bringing it up. That'd be too much to ask for.
The YouTube, we can see it at least.
Really? Oh my god, it's working. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I planned that.
We can't see our
yeah.
avatars, but
fuck your avatars. Get away from your ego.
I was gonna say, well, I think fucking with it forever is gonna just be a mistake.
We will do this much better next time.
All right,
this is a work in progress.
Yep.
Now that we have the map, Gizo, now you can point to everything you want to.
Yep.
Well,
and then, false dragon. Oh, okay. So Logain has been defeated at this point.
No, is he defeated? I think they just mentioned him existing.
It says that he has been defeated by the Aes Sedai.
We know the Aes. I don't think they mentioned him being defeated. They mentioned that the Aes Sedai have started moving on him, but they don't know if he's defeated yet. They just know there's a false dragon and the Aes Sedai are moving in on him. I'm pretty sure that's what we hear.
And then we get the first instance of the Nynaeve and then later Aes Sedai superiority complex, as I call it, which is Robert Jordan's worst writing trope or habit.
I don't know if I'd go so far as trope.
I don't know.
I call it a habit, not a trope.
I don't know. If I had fucking magical superpowers, I would also have a superiority complex.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
I can't blame Jordan for that.
Well, it's not just that though. So they have inherited the legacy and, to a degree, the ego of far more advanced people, and they have never let the common people, or really anyone, know that they aren't capable of the things that they think they are.
Oh, yeah, no, Moraine actually mentions that a lot of that. You have a lot of references to you'd be the most powerful Aes Sedai in centuries, or when it comes to Egwene.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the Aes Sedai are just frankly yappers.
They trade on reputation.
We also get reference to the blood. The blood is strong in the two rivers.
That is a different conversation that we can't really touch just yet.
I feel like that's gonna connect to something.
That connects to the cycle.
A couple of things.
We cannot address.
It connects to a couple of things.
Yeah, but I'm glad that doesn't mean nothing, because I latched onto that shit. I was like,
it is.
Wait,
oh no, it doesn't, and you will come across several references that I'm not going to say we've spoiled you with knowing it, but now that you know it, you will notice several references and go, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah, the mentioning the blood in the two rivers is like a huge thing. It's very prevalent. We like see the like everybody is like so like busy crowding the peddlers because like all it's like seeing a celebrity almost that like our
Same
Not
main
with
even almost. It basically
Tom
is.
the Gleeman.
yeah, and then basically Nynaeve, our trio, and then Egwene are basically chilling. And then they talk about Moraine, who is the newcomer.
Yeah. Moraine, and it is funny because because we're doing this from Rand's perspective. Rand is absolutely fucking. He is doing the teenage boy thing of like, I see extremely attractive woman. When the moment he sees her,
In fairness,
I'm
Robert
sorry.
Jordan
I
literally
have to stop you
writes.
there. Teenage boy thing?
Rand is also an
they-
adult.
No, I mean, I do that now. I see a pretty
Yeah,
girl and I go, hey, wait a second. That's
well,
a pretty girl.
maybe it's because I'm gay. Well, I'm not
I'm
gay.
sure
I'm
you do it
bi.
for pretty boys as well, Rengi. Come on. Don't
I was
make
gonna
this a
say
fucking gay thing.
I'm bi, but I'm also like somebody of extremely
he
like
refuses
low
to be
that
one of
sort of thing.
us.
Yeah, I'm not a gooner, basically.
I don't
Uh,
know, man. You've kind of just
but
said that.
also, I do not blame Rand because Robert Jordan just writes literally every single woman to be a demigod of beauty.
I don't blame it. No. I don't
I
blame
mean,
him
if you
for that.
can, why wouldn't you?
But yeah, it's fiction. Why not make them idealistic and like
Dake, Robert Jordan rocking up, making Lyanna Sedai like the hottest woman ever.
I know what you mean. I don't know if I would say Leanna is the hottest.
I don't know who that
Uh,
is.
You
What if
will.
they're
It's okay.
are they a redhead?
No.
Okay,
actually,
that's why Dake doesn't count them as the hottest.
I actually am like Abby all day.
I will surprise both of you with my next sentence, if you would believe such a thing as possible.
And what's that?
I am Team Min.
Min, my beloved. Wait, is that because of the whole like uh her like gigantic thighs or whatever?
No. She just strikes me as really cute, and she kind of reminds me of Love My Life.
Also,
I don't know who that is yet.
Min.
Yes, you do.
Wait, I might. Wait, hold on. I think I.
You do. You met Min and Berlon.
Is it?
Also, if you think about it, Min is playing at a disadvantage with the others in terms of like
Kind of. Careful.
I was gonna
I'm
say
just-
I do think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. But
we'll get to her probably next stream from how it's looking because
I don't think we're covering the whole book.
I
this
have
stream.
a good spot where
We were never
want
gonna
to.
cover the whole book this stream.
Yeah,
that was
I have
never
a
a
good
possibility.
spot
It was
Oh,
never the
where-
goal.
Thank
Don't worry
God.
about it, guys. Like free flowing, I'm fine. I'm happy with free flowing conversation.
Dink, I would like to try and get to the Moraine speech. I think that would be a good place, if possible, because I think that's
Shoot your
a
shot,
good
bro.
hallmark.
Yeah. So, Giza, take the reins. Speak your piece. I'm hosting. I'm not
and-
commanding.
Okay. So basically, as like they're talking about like all of these events, and this is the fourth chapter. Like we see Egwene and all of them get very excited about the Gleeman, but it's all stopped by these two very pissy families, which I can only imagine as very drunk British people.
Congers and Coplands.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can only imagine them as like love the two rivers, love Emmons Field, simple as. Uh,
I think I see what you mean.
and basically, they are like the best analogy I have. They are the Tukes, except if they were more racist.
I might say insular more than racist, but I see what you mean. No, well, hang on.
Well, I mean,
Not the
also
not the Tux. Who was the
they're
Oh
also
fuck!
kind of
It's been a while.
rats.
Who was the grabby money hungry Hobbit cousin?
The I think
Underhill.
it's
Was it?
yeah, the
No,
guys
no,
who
no, no,
sold it
no,
out.
no. Underhill was Frodo. Fuck.
The guys who sold it out to Saruman, whoever
Yeah,
those guys were, because they were the guys who were trading with Saruman.
Rangi, I can feel you champing at the bit to correct us. Who was it?
Wait, for who? It was
The greedy hobbits in the Shire.
the hobbits.
I know who you're talking
Hobbits is
about. It was the it was the some
The Sackville Baggins?
Sackville Baggins is, yes.
Sackville.
No,
That
that
was
I
it.
was like, I was thinking it was like the something Baggins is. I was trying to remember, yeah, the Sackville Baggins is, yeah.
Yeah,
They were
that's
the
the one.
ones.
That's the one.
There's a specific rant. I wasn't chomping at the bit because I was trying to remember exactly who. Because I was like,
I
shit.
knew your mind was working at it. I never doubted you for a second.
Yeah. You know, I was like searching my memory, but yeah, because I was like, it was the something Baggins is.
All right.
But yeah,
Where
like
next?
the Sackville Baggins who never let it go that they couldn't get the fucking Bilbo's silverware, I think it was.
Yeah,
I believe it
but
was. Yeah.
anyways,
Very Taran, very open.
we see Tom show up, the ultimate Chad, for reasons
Oh,
I can't disclose.
Careful now.
we did say Tom is like my favorite character of the book so far.
Man,
Tom is pretty fucking great.
you're gonna love Shadow Rising.
By the way, Gizo, if I didn't already suspect he survives,
That's what I was trying to. I was trying to really subtly hint at. Don't say these things.
It's pretty obvious.
I was gonna say, look, I go when it comes to fiction, I go by the rule of if we don't see the body, the person isn't dead, and even if we see the body, it's half and half.
Yeah, no,
Listen,
you're right.
okay.
Treat it by comic rules.
Listen, if the head isn't chopped off. Actually, wait, that doesn't even work.
Yeah.
Not if you've read Invincible, it doesn't.
But basically, Tom comes in. He's very annoyed because like the village council has just pestered him about like the whole war. Nynaeve has been very like peckish with him, and then Rand talks to him, trying to calm him down from his rant, and then he's just like, "Yeah, I really just like I just came in here. It's been like a long night. Can y'all give me a break?"
Mm-hmm.
And he basically like implies how this is like even more of like an isolated place, kind of the end of the world in a sense, because he says, man, Balerion is the end of the world, and they got the news like months ago, which just shows like how
this is very much medieval sort of news travels. It's like by the time it reaches the two rivers, it's probably old news.
Yeah, one of the
It's
biggest
meant
elements,
to be presented that way, though.
one of the biggest elements
it's
of this
intentional.
whole series is how communication travels around the world and is misinterpreted.
Well,
Chinese
it's
whispers.
a so I had a history teacher that did this. They so what they did was they had us basically actually play a game of telephone before they explained like the thing. And then they like told us like how then they told us like what the original thing was, which was a far cry from what it was. And then after that they explained like this is kind of how a lot of history just is. Like things get passed from point to point, and people like misinterpret them, or add their own biases, or mistranslate them, and then that carries on and gets mistranslated or misunderstood further.
Very easy for that to happen.
Absolutely easy for that to happen. It's just a natural thing with humanity. Like, it's a natural thing with information. Like, I'm sure everybody has like experienced the like, even if not like the high school rumor mill, like they've probably seen some kind of case where that happens, you know? Like things they know aren't true get perpetuated that they maybe even they were involved in. Yeah.
And then we like see Moraine and Tom interact, and man, this is the first time I'm seeing this interaction, and it is interesting. Like Tom is very flustered and surprised at like, oh my, a lady is here, a noble in a sense, and everybody's very suspicious because oh my god, a noble, the IRS is here.
The IRS is here. I don't know if I got that.
Though.
I didn't get that impression necessarily, but I think it's because I was more focused on Rand's like view of it, where he's just like baffled and he's like intrigued.
And then the other guy who I just consider to be very insular / isolationist, Senbune, comes up and he's like,
Sambui.
Yeah, he's
how they
very against
Please
Tom.
don't tell me the VA, not the voice. Well, yeah, VAs. Don't tell me they pronounce that as Sen, do they?
It's like Senbui, Sambui. I don't know exactly. It's hard for me to say how it's pronounced.
It's Ken.
Kenbui.
Ken is very much against Nynaeve, Moraine, and Tom. One, because Nynaeve is too young. Two, because Women's Council, he really doesn't like that.
No,
three,
he does not.
Fair, the way the Women's Council is phrased as, it is basically like the hidden, like, actual leaders of the village.
Yeah. Well, they are very upfront that they exist. They just, like, you know, they actually
pretend
like,
they have less power than they do.
Two, he very much doesn't like Moraine, a noble foreigner who is rumored to be an Aes Sedai being there. And three, he thinks Tom is being very arrogant and styles himself a king. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, to be fair, Tom is being very arrogant.
Tom arrogant? I don't know what you're talking about.
I would also keep that specific line about him styling himself a king in mind.
No, that's true. So I've already kind of picked up the possible implication with Tom.
I would like to hear.
I am fascinated. Wait, no, Gizo, shut up. Let him talk.
I want to hear what
fascinated to hear what he says here.
I said I say that I get I say the implication. I have already gotten the like specific reason why he would style himself a king, given his relationship with a certain character.
Wait, god damn it!
I think I see where you're going with this, but go on.
Well, so it's implied that he was sleeping with a queen. Now that Gizo says styled himself as a king, I'm wondering if he's actually her brother.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Ew.
No, I was gonna say, I'm wondering if he's actually her brother.
He thought we had a Jamie Cersei situation here.
And it's a case of like people misunderstood because he like pretended to be like somebody else involved, and the rumors are that way, you know.
Oh, Dave, it makes the
I will
Elaine thing
tackle I will
worse.
tackle this one. In a strange way, which I have to leave vague, you are actually surprisingly right. But in the ways that you think it's going, less right.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Now I'm just more curious, and I'm
And
actually.
that theory put a very, very disgusting thought into my mind about
Yeah, I
just
know.
the
I
world
think
that
I
that
think I'm on the
scene.
same path as you.
Uh,
I was gonna say that's kind of the thing about like people
Having some
feel
Ebudar memories there, Giza.
the
talking with books, talking about books with like people who don't know as much yet.
the incest. Ugh.
Oh, okay, so they're related.
Oh no.
He is
Gizo, you
really
should
bad at
shut
not
up.
saying things. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta not say anything, bro.
I did not realize that this series took place in Alabama.
Okay, it isn't Westeros.
It's a very big Alabama.
With
No,
BDSM.
no.
On
Giza
that
made that
note,
sound really horrifying for reasons that I'm not entirely aware of.
on that note, I think we can probably end that conversation
Yeah.
here, and we can move on to Tom. How do I guess at this point specifically, how do we all feel about Tom without like revealing vaguely? He's like extremely good mentor character for me. Like
From the very beginning, I found Tom a fascinating character, and he is obviously supposed to be and
I thought the
does
twist was
fulfill a
gonna be he
mentor
would be
role.
evil. I thought the twist was gonna be that he was gonna be evil, and then as I got to know him more, I was like, no. This he is being far too useful. He's being far. If he was evil, it would actually be a plot flaw.
I think I can honestly say, without any hint of spoilers, that you will not be able to guess what Tom's motivation is. Not yet. Awkward silence is not filling me with confidence there, but okay.
Sorry. No, I was answering another message.
Well, you can't really guess.
I'm just trying to remember who Tom was.
You cannot.
Tom is
Performer.
the bard character.
Oh, okay.
You quite literally cannot guess his motivations until his
No.
thing.
No, you
well, so we learn a lot about Tom once we get to Camelin. That's the interesting thing because we talked to the innkeeper who like
Basil
reveals
Gill.
like he had some kind of. We don't know if it's anything like romantic, but that's the rumor.
Gil lets you know that he had a prior relationship with the royal family.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where if you're introduced to a character and you don't really know what their motivations are, then normally it feels like a flat character if their motivations aren't, quite clear. But that just may be a different style of writing that I'm kind of used to. Because when I create characters, I always want to ensure their motivations are known and clear. They have a clear.
I mean,
well, the whole point with Tom though is his
But you're discounting the idea of mystery then.
Yeah, what about like schemer mystery characters? I feel like
I'll let you two take care of this. I'm just gonna take the dog out real quick.
As an analogy,
I feel like that's a euphemism for something.
I feel like
No. The dog just has been upstairs for hours, and he does.
A Song of Ice and Fire would
it's okay, Doggo. Don't listen to
significantly. A Song of Ice and Fire would be significantly worse if we knew Littlefinger or Varys or Illyrio's motivation, because then that destroys all their mystery, all their scheming.
Yes.
And, that removes mystery.
Well, it removes mystique.
Yeah. And, one of the biggest things that keeps the fan base going is why is Varys and Illyrio putting young Griff on the throne?
I'm just talking about through a character development sort of way, not for actual
Well, I mean,
purposes.
in a sense, you're going to get that with Tom, though. Tom, like, there are
With
12
everyone.
books in the series. Rand is not the only POV.
No.
I will leave it at that. Like, this series has more POVs than A Song of Ice and Fire.
If it doesn't, it's very close.
It absolutely does. A Song of Ice and Fire has like 15.
And how much does Wheel of Time has?
By
If we're
the end of
counting-
the first book alone,
Well, let's see. Perrin, LTT,
7,
Egwene.
maybe?
Yeah. If we count the first 6, I count 10.
By the end of...
Definitely not 10. I count...
By where I am, you're into the dozens.
By book 6, I think like we're at 15 to 16 because we're counting a lot of people, especially
and
like prologues.
you're just about to get to the point where he starts skipping some people for, well, doesn't matter. It makes sense, but like, yeah, no, there's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of POV characters is the best way to put it in Wheel of Time.
The series has 147 unique POVs and 1,379 total POV chapters. So basically,
well,
yeah, each POV character gets some time to cook. So
That's
way
good.
more than Gurren. So you best
so
believe
who's going to
that
be
Tom-
really brave and try and use a Faramir comparison right now? Because you're fucked. Okay, so we have conclusively established then that Jordan put way more work in. Even, where are we? A third of the way into book 1? Way more work in than Tolkien ever did. Assuming we
Really
discount
committed.
linguistics.
Yeah, no, linguistics. I shiver to think of the chaos that linguistics would put into the series.
Well, I mean, Jordan doesn't really go far with linguistics. It's the old tongue here and there, and it's common, and that's
And Trolloc.
pretty much it.
Well, Trolloc is just Old Tongue.
Careful.
Think
about it.
Also, this story is literally about characters not understanding each other. If we add multiple languages, think of the chaos.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. It is very much people not getting each other, motivations and personalities.
We already have 13 books. We would double the time.
And I would be just fine with that.
Memory of Light would be 13 times longer.
You say this like it would be a bad thing.
Actually, Jordan would just like Brandon
It
Sanderson.
is 400,000 words long. Dake says, yes, please.
I'm back.
Rangi.
Uh,
No, Evan.
Yeah.
Thoughts, questions, ideas, suppositions, theories.
Well, this reminds him of the time he met famous Hollywood director / actor / writer.
I'm just trying to think if I actually know anyone from the Wheel of Time adaptation. I don't think I do.
I hope
I
you don't.
hope not.
the only good one is the actor for Leandrin who is doing the audiobooks. I like her. She neat.
I am going to call that gooning and excuse you for that reason.
Okay. It's mainly because the audiobooks are really good, and that's the only reason why. And she has like one good line.
You are
Yeah.
hurting me in my soul, Giza.
There's just one thing I do want to point out since Dig offered to give me the floor. What do you guys think about the pacing? Because when I remember when I was first reading it, I thought it kind of dragged on. It picked up a little bit towards the second act and into the third act, but
Oh my
Uh,
god, it's
part of it
me.
was kind of yeah.
It's literally me from like months ago.
well, so from what I understand and what I've seen of
You did
people,
say that.
what I've seen of people's reactions to it, uh, basically it's one of those book series that you get into things later and then you're like, oh wait, this thing from Act One of
This thing
Wheel
from
of Time.
5.5 books ago. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you get into stuff like that. It's one of those series,
I
and
I
so
will I will say this. I was not the biggest fan of Eye of the World, and I did not like The Great Hunt on my first reading. I read The Dragon Reborn. I read the Eye of the World and Great Hunt again. I absolutely great. The Great Hunt is one of my favorite books now. It is my second favorite in the series now, and Eye is a lot better now.
Yeah, talk about a turnaround.
Yeah, it is mainly about. It is much better for people who are going in on rereads.
I think that holds true for pretty much all of them.
Yeah, like oh my god, Dragon Reborn is a lot better now. With after every substantial sequential book, I feel like I have to reread every book.
yeah. Well, let's try and get through at least the two rivers by the end of the stream.
Yes. So I want to get to Moraine's speech. So, uh,
Go ahead.
basically, we also meet the hero of the story, Bella, who is going to basically carry our heroes, both
Bella is
figuratively and
best horse.
literally. Bella is in like almost every book, and she is like the workhorse.
Oh, she does. She puts in the fucking effort in
Oh,
this
Rangi,
book
you have no
already.
idea. You have
Uh,
no
This
idea.
this horse travels across the whole fucking world.
Here's my question: if the world size of Wheel of Time, is it ever established like how just big the world is? Like, is
That is a
Earth
great question.
is
It
the Earth
is
bigger than the
it
Earth
is
that we're on
roughly
now, or
it is roughly commensurate to mainland Europe when you don't take Russia into account.
okay?
And I'm guessing we're talking about the continent and not like the
Yeah.
other areas
Yeah.
because
Well, I was
a
talking about
lot.
well, originally I was talking about the Earth, like the actual planet size, but then again,
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure. The books would.
Hmm.
I
Now,
think
So
I can answer
already
that, but
in
I'm not sure if it's a spoiler or not.
I
I was
think
gonna say,
it's a
well, no,
spoiler.
wait. We have mentions of the waves in the conversation I just got through, so
Well, the ways
we can
are
assume it's
a
bigger.
different dimension, so not exactly the world. And I think
Yeah.
we should table this for the second book because if we talk about this, we're spoiling some stuff for the second book.
Yeah.
I
No.
I
That's
don't think.
fine. We're gonna have
Well,
at
you
least one more
maybe you
stream.
guys should, but I want to say a thing that I am 99% certain. Yeah, no. Is it? Is it a spoiler?
Well,
I feel
no,
like
loyal
saying
No, I think
definitely
I'm
comes
safe in
from a
saying this.
far off land.
So to answer that question, the Wheel of Time world is our world.
Okay.
you're treading on thin water there, buddy.
No, I'm not. That's all I'm saying, and there's only one direct reference that ever makes it clear, so I'm fine.
All right, we'll pivot from there before we start doing.
I thought about that one very carefully before I said it, Giza. But it is framed as our world very far in the future.
No, is that right?
I can give you the exact reference.
It,
And I know you're
I
past
know
it,
what
so
you
you will get
mean
it.
because I've seen that exact thing.
Yeah. But yeah, let's focus on getting through the two rivers.
And basically after all the festivities, Rand and Tam go home for the night to basically stock up because unfortunately there is some happenings going on. Some may say that something is happening. So
But
they're missing Beltane, and basically they're hunkering on their farm, but they are basically protecting their farm. Uh, and then they start to hear some very, very creepy noises. And we get introduced to the grunt units of this setting, the Trolloc.
which are mentioned earlier as kind of a fantastical being, by the way.
Read Trolloc as orc of that world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of like mentioned earlier as a they're essentially established as like this fantastical being. Like I'm pretty sure there's multiple mentions of them. It's almost the same as if we said you say orc. I think you could also say like goblin. It's that sort of like type of creature, you know?
Yeah.
They're green
Yeah,
skin,
for sure.
basically. They're these like
They are the generic evil race, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Which is not entirely accurate, but
Except
It's for lack
I'm
of
sure
better
it is.
terms.
in this case, they have much more variety than, say, your orc or goblin or whatnot.
they do. And Jordan
like-
also snuck in a couple of sly references with the names of different Trolloc tribes. But
Yeah.
I will
For
wait for
example, like in this chapter, we see like pig faced or goat or different sizes of all kinds of Trolloc.
you're reading too much into that, Kusa. It's no spoiler to say this. Trollocs come in a wide, very, very, very wide variety of shapes, I guess.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with tribes or clans or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like
well,
clans or stuff. They're
we do
literally
learn they
just
have
everything.
some kind of like system of war bands or something like
No,
that.
they do. They do.
They
Yeah,
do,
There's,
just not
there
led
there is
by
a
Trolloc.
sense of structure and a certain hierarchy to them, but their morphology doesn't come into it.
Yeah.
And basically throughout this encounter, we see that Tam is not just a farmer. He is basically a war veteran who goes full Vietnam and starts going through these people like butter.
You're causing trouble. Thank you for giving me an excuse.
Which honestly, I never understood why he was able to kill this many of them until I realized who he was fighting later on in his original war. And then Rand is basically running to the barn, and then Tam joins him in the barn. And Tam is basically fucking exhausted because he's just been one man armying. And now him and Rand have to get out of the farm because their farm is like far from the village, and it's better to go into urban combat than to be in a farm. So basically, they wait in the farmhouse until the Trollocs come out, and then they make a dash. And then We see Trolloc language, and then the weirdest thing in the story, which is Trolloc speaking English.
Yeah, and I believe this is Rand's like first kill, I guess.
Yes,
First fight, really.
his first fight and kill, which is Daki literally just disrupted the pattern by breeding it out of the Trollocs.
Man's got skills.
We conduct selective breeding. And then he basically takes Bella, who performs her first act of carrying this franchise, and makes a dash.
Careful.
Well, it's so interesting too because I love a lot of the narrative you get with Rand and how concerned he is for Tam.
Rangi, you are actually past the point where I just told Gizo to be careful about. But you don't know it yet. There is enough there that you can glean it, but you won't get it until it's told to you.
Do you want me to talk about Tam's ramblings? Or should we save that?
Save that because I think we're gonna have at least one, if not multiple more streams on Eye of the World. So
there's definitely gonna be multiple. Jam.
I have a feeling that
this
particular novel may require like 3 or 4 streams.
Guys, one at a time.
Yeah, the ramblings are also like stuff.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, keep in mind we are on Streamlabs, which we said had a 2-hour limit.
Yeah, I'm watching.
We're at 150. We're almost at 152.
We've got about 8 minutes left for sure. I don't know exactly where the line is.
Yeah.
So, want to play it safe? Wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up, and then next time we're not going to be on Streamlabs, so we'll have much more time.
Okay, well, since we're doing the wrap up, let's do it the right way. Let's start as we should continue. I have everyone. No, I don't. I have Evan and Rangi's links in the description. But do you guys want to give a brief shout out to what you're doing or anything on your own channels?
I do video game streams and occasionally streams on like anime stuff.
He also wrecks my balls in a Discord server all the fucking time. Gizo, any self promo?
Nope.
Okay, succinct. I respect that. Evan?
On my Instagram, you should be seeing me have a series of important encounters soon with some people in Hollywood land. And for
I only have your YouTube link in the description, so if you want to pimp the Instagram, you're gonna have to tell them where to find you, bro.
Oh yes, my Instagram handle. I am the real Evan Neal at the real Evan Neal, all lowercase. I am the lizard with the sombrero, although that's pretty much my image, pretty much everywhere. As for my YouTube, it's really just a clip show of my other show I got going on with one known as the Backseater. You'll be hearing a little more about him in future streams, I assume.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Apology accepted. But pretty soon I'll be starting my own commentary videos. One I'm working on right now is about how the self-implosion of Ben and Jerry's was kind of coming, to say the least.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, I guess. But until then, let's try and speedrun this in 5 minutes.
Are we Backseater affiliated?
No.
I don't think any of us would say that.
Evan is the inside A-log.
He's the industry plant.
He is literally the industry plant.
That's right.
That's
His
good. That
secret
means
is
they fear us.
revealed.
No, but wait. He's talked to people who hate Backseater publicly before. That's how we met him. So, yeah.
Valid.
I'll tell you more about that after we're off stream, Gizo. But yeah, let's try and speed run this in roughly
So
5 minutes.
basically, Tam starts rambling about stuff that just Rand has no idea about. Meanwhile, Rand is freaking out because he just saw a fade, and fades basically, unless you have an intense skill of magic, scare you like on the primordial level. Like you are scared
To the bone.
like yeah. And he starts Tam basically does like the whole stereotypical like, oh my wife, you're so beautiful, and like his wife is dead, and
Carrie.
Rand is like, Carrie. And then Rand is like, Carrie wants you to be quiet.
You have to shut
'cause
up,
he's like,
Dad, or they're
"Please."
going to eat us.
Yeah, I don't want to be in soup.
Look, Dad, Carrie does not want you to be in soup with me, I feel like.
Pretty much.
Yeah, continue.
And basically he keeps rambling about how like this mysterious enemy came over something called the Dragon Wall, something called Lemon Sin, which sounds cool as hell. And basically Rand says there isn't a Trollocs, and like is just focused on what's at hand, and Rand is just Tam is just rambling about like his war, and it's like they were savages, and then like they were confident because they said that they were fools, but they lost so badly, and then cities and entire areas were destroyed. How like he had survived a horrible massacre, and then he saw like a place called Kerheen burning, and a place called the Shining Walls as well. And Rand is like, where are all of these? What are all of these? And he's just doubting everything. And then basically he starts talking about stuff like blood and Avendesora, all that for Lemon's pride and
Laman's sin.
Laman's sin. And basically Rand is like very, very confused because he's just like, what the hell is any of this? And then the thing that like makes Rand start to doubt, which is like Tam starts
2 minutes,
talking about like, Tam starts talking about like a woman giving birth on the battlefield, and he takes the woman, and then like Tam gave the child to Carrie, and then he says that Rand would be his name. So then Rand is just literally breaking out.
It's a good name, lass.
Yeah, because now Rand just literally found out that he's adopted. And basically his entire worldview is shattered because a lot of stuff about not only like him being adopted, but also magic and Avendesori, Laman, Kerheen, the walls of Tarvalon, etc. These are all real places which he had no inkling about are all real, and he's just not having it.
1 minute.
And that's it really for now. I think that's all we can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting a thing in the book club chat. So yeah, that's probably a good place to end anyway.
I don't
I
think
guess
we have a
we
great
sign
deal of
off.
choice.
Yeah, we have the time to sign off.
All right. Well, for
The dog wants to
any
sign
any
off
chat
too.
that we had, Iron in particular, any chat that we may yet have with this one, thank you for your attention. We appreciate it. We know this is a bit disjointed, but yeah, thank you, guys. Very quickly, goodbyes.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. Through liking, subscribing, commenting. Check out the books. The rest, I'm probably going to be much further along in being able to comment more in the future. There we go.
Wow, Rengi.
Wait, are we still live?
We are actually. I'm watching the timer click over, and we are still going.
Yeah, I just saw the timer click over. Wait, no, we might be dead.
Oh,
I'm looking on the YouTube chat. Okay.
okay.
He's
All
on
right.
life
Well,
support.
fine. We will just end stream there,
Well,
and we
yeah,
can.
if this somehow ends up in the stream VOD, thank you for watching and check out everyone's channels.
Yeah. Especially whatever Gizo ends up working on, because that boy is on top of this shit.
Oh yeah. Next time we're gonna